Good afternoon, everybody. This is Scott Vann with Vann Property Group, and with me again today is Holly with Dallas Real Estate Staging, and we're here. It's Foreclosure Friday again on ScottVann.tv. The weather outside is blistering. Have you melted yet?
108 degrees.
Now, you're not from Texas.
No, I'm from Southern California.
And so, how are you? Have you adjusted to this wicked weather yet, or is it still something that you can't wait till it's over with?
I don't know that anyone can adjust to these temperatures.
Exactly right. Now, Holly, this house is best described as a diamond in the rough. What was your first impressions when you drove into the neighborhood?
It's a beautiful neighborhood with mature trees. The homeowners take great pride in their homes and in their lawns. So the first impression that I had of the neighborhood is a good one.
Yes, it was a fantastic drive up. The whole neighborhood is really well taken care of. One of the things that I noticed when I drove up to the house, and obviously, I don't know how long the house has been vacant, it's 100-something degrees outside, the landscaping is baked.
Right. So
that'll have to be worked on. But we have some really nice trees out in the front yard. That's a huge asset to the house.
Right, mature trees are always beautiful.
Now, when we get to the end, there is a big, giant pink elephant in this house that we're going to have to talk about in this foundation trouble.
Right.
And they say in Texas that there's two kinds of houses. Those that have had foundation repair and those that are going to have foundation repair.
Right.
And so that's nothing to be scared of around here. There's lots of reputable firms that take care of that. And so we'll talk about that when we get to the end. But we've done a little walkthrough on this house. Can you see potential in this house, Holly?
There is potential in this house. It has a great floor plan, great spaces. The kitchen is very spacious. So, like you said, it's a diamond in the rough.
Now, we're standing in full living room.
Right.
There's actually 3 living areas in this house. Behind us is the dining room. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about, this whole house will be a paint job before it's all said and done. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, it's going to need a lot of paint.
Yes. And so you're going to have to factor that in. But this is a formal living area, and let's face it, this is never going to be used for a living area.
Right.
What do you see this space being used as?
Well, it could be an office space. It could be a sort of library or lounging space. I probably wouldn't put kids' toys up front, because that's the first thing people would see when they walk in, and there's a great bonus space upstairs.
Yes.
So probably a nice desk and a couple chairs so that people could sit down in here and read, that sort of thing.
Now, staircase behind you, with a little help, could really be a great asset in this house, don't you think?
Right. It's very dramatic. This whole room with the 2-story ceiling.
Yes.
Very dramatic and very nice.
Now, another thing that's going to happen in this house, and part of this is going to be a result of the foundation repair. The other thing is it's just been lived in real hard. And if I was buying a house, I think one of the first things that's going to happen is all the floors have to go away.
Absolutely.
There's linoleum in some of the wet areas. We have tile that doesn't match.
Right. I don't even think that I want to walk on bare feet on these floors. So that would be first the paint. Of course, we always start from the top and work our way down.
Yes.
So all of the painting and all the cracks, those will all need to be taken care of. And right after that is the flooring.
But if we pull the flooring up, you don't have to worry about putting any drop cloths down or anything. Sling that paint all day long. Get it all taken care of.
If you're a sloppy painter, this is the house for you.
Okay, let's head on into the kitchen, because that's going to be the next area that's probably going to need a significant amount of work, but could really be a great space inside. So Holly, here we are in the kitchen, and I know what you're thinking already before we even get started on this little project. But one of the things I want to point out is a lot of people like a gas stove, and already in this house is a gas stove. You'd probably want to replace it, but the infrastructure is already there to put one in.
Right. It's ready to go.
Yeah. Now, cabinets are obviously a big deal in this house.
Yes.
Dated.
Yes.
Good shape.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, we're missing a drawer over here.
Let's fix it.
Okay.
Overall, I think they're in good shape. Are you thinking paint job? Are you thinking?
Pink could work. You're going to need new hardware.
Yes.
Or possibly some cabinet refacing.
There's a good idea. That way we get new
fronts.
New fronts.
Yes.
But the inside's still
right.
That's a great idea.
Right, that'll save some money.
Yeah. And we're going to move down, and the backsplash will have to go with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, after you fix the foundation,
yes,
things will adjust and settle and shift a little bit, and things will crack, and so it'll probably need to be replaced anyway.
What do you think about this?
I love the size of the island.
Yes.
Islands are great for entertaining, they're great for food prep, all that kind of good stuff. Cooks and bakers love islands. Entertainers love islands.
If you have a lot of friends over, I can just see the whole feast laid out right here, and people coming through and gathering it, and this is a great gathering spot for the whole house, I feel like.
Right, and really easy access to the dining room.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
And so, I think I interrupted one of your thoughts. What were you going to say before I interrupted you talking about the party going on here?
Oh, yes. Before we have the party, we need to replace the countertops.
Oh, yes.
With some granite.
Always granite. Holly, we're here in the master bedroom. One of the positives about this house is it's a 4-bedroom house. 3 of the bedrooms are upstairs, but the master suite is downstairs, which is always a very desirable feature in a house.
Right, and what I like about this master bedroom is that it is big, and we have a nice, great window, or few windows here to be exact, which let in a lot of light and are very dramatic. What I don't like are the closets behind us.
I'm not a big fan of the closets either. I would prefer to have walk-in closets. Obviously, whoever built the house didn't have the same thoughts that we did. But the good thing is there's 3 of them. There's 2 here, right, and there's 1 in the master bath area. And so we still end up with a lot of closet space. It's just really long and spread out. Now, since we really only have 1 wall, the bed's got to go here, right? Or are you thinking over here?
Well, I thought maybe here. But then as far as traffic flow goes,
yes,
you'd have to walk all the way around to get to your bathroom.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. The bed would have to go over here on this big long wall.
Yeah, you really don't have any choice, I don't think.
Right.
And now, if flat screen, or are we saying, I don't know, where would you hang it right there on the wall? Maybe some kind of dresser over there? What would you do there?
A dresser would work really well here.
Yes.
And then as far as TV goes, you could probably put a good sized one right between the 2 closets.
Yeah, not big enough.
I don't have a TV in my master bedroom, so.
I have a TV in my master bedroom. I just never watch the TV, so I don't even know I have it there or when I pay the cable bill. That's the reason I said, does anybody watch TV anymore? Because I'm not one of the ones that do. So let's head into the master bath and talk about what we're going to need to do to get that kind of up to par.
Okay.
So Holly, master bath. Atrocious.
Yes. Not a bad space. There's plenty of countertop space.
Yes.
For all the accessories and makeup and whatnot. There's a little vanity area here, which is nice. Nice big window here over the garden tub. But there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be taken care of.
First of all, we have the closet that we talked about right behind us. And it's a nice size closet. I don't know if you call it walk-in size or not, but it's a nice size closet. And then we have this flooring. And I don't know, I have a thing about flooring. I like my flooring to match all the way throughout the house. Mm-hmm. And so whatever you do in the front part of the house, do you feel like that needs to flow over into this part of the house as well, or are you more flexible than I am?
I'm probably a little more flexible than you are. It's certainly okay to match all your flooring throughout the home. But since this is a master suite,
yes,
and it is separate from the rest of the house, you're not going to see this flooring from any of the living areas. I think it's okay to pick something different.
And we have, obviously the foundation issues have affected the tile in the shower. And so that's all going to have to come out anyway. And while you're doing that, all the tile does also come out anyway. And it needs to be something that reflects what you do on the floor. It needs to work up all the way around.
Right. It needs new tile. It needs new floor. It needs new paint. It needs new light fixtures. The mirrors can be salvaged. They're really great, really tall.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the mirrors. Probably new countertops, fixing, painting, updating the cabinets.
Yes. And as master bath goes, it's a nice size bath. head back in. I don't know, you want to go upstairs and see that? Holly, we're up here in, you called it a bonus room?
Yes.
I called it a playroom. Whatever it is, you can tell whoever lived in this house, there were some kids that made some memories here.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that you can focus on when you're looking at this house is you and your family. There's a lot of place in here to do some things that are fun and unique and really make some great memories with your family, don't you think?
Right. This is a great house for kids. This is a great room for playing games and watching TV for those kids who watch TV. There's plenty of space to bounce around a little bit.
The yard is a nice size, so we got room out there for the kids. The neighborhood has a community pool, and so there's room for them to go and enjoy the pool, even though we don't have one here at the house. And so lots of amenities here in the neighborhood are good for it. Now, what do you see happening in this space?
Well, I see lots of things happening in this space. We can put a TV over here, and there's a really nice closet here for storage, for games and books and toys and whatnot. If you have company that come over to stay, you could put a nice bed in here with a nice sofa with a pull-out bed.
Yes. And as the kids get older, you know, there's not only the electronic games, but maybe more media room kind of style thing going on up here.
Right.
Sitting area, watching big games, watch the Mavericks win another championship, those kinds of things.
Right. There's a big wall here, so you can put a big screen up there.
Exactly.
That'd be really cool.
Now, we're not going to get into the other bedrooms. Let's suffice it to say they all need a good paint job.
Yes.
They all need the flooring done.
Yes.
A few other little miscellaneous repairs along the way, and this house is good to go again.
Right.
Let's go downstairs and wrap this up. Holly, we've kind of been through the whole house. Wrap up your thoughts on this place.
This is a diamond in the rough, like you said earlier.
Yes.
The kitchen is great. It has a nice big island. Gas for those cooks in the kitchen. The entrance is very grand with the 2-story ceiling.
Yes.
Game room upstairs for the kids and company and guests and all those Mavericks fans.
Exactly.
Good sized master bedroom, plenty of closet space.
The details, 3,400 square feet roughly. 4 bedrooms, master downstairs. 3 living areas, 2 dining areas, 2-car garage, great neighborhood. The only really big negative about this house is there's obvious foundation repair that needs to be done. Now, we're trying to get a foundation guy to come out here and talk to us about that and give us a rough idea of what the cost will be. So I don't know what a good number that we would need to budget for that if someone wanted to buy this home, but it is certainly something that is going to have to be factored into the equation, in addition to all of the repairs that we've already talked about and the air conditioning outside that may need to be looked at as well. But the price is $212 roughly. And on my rating system, I'm going to have to say we're going to make an offer on this house because I don't know enough about the cost of all of the repairs that we're talking about to know if that's a good price or not. But I think my gut says we are in the general neighborhood of where we need to be. You know? And so if you're interested in looking at this house, feel free to give me a call. I'll be glad to come and take you through the house, and then we could start looking at a budget of what needs to be done to the house and figure out if that makes it worth their while. And if they need somebody to do staging or interior design or anything like that, they need to call you.
Absolutely.
And all of her contact information will be at the bottom of the blog. All of my contact information is there as well. And until next Friday, this has been Foreclosure Friday right here on Scott Vann TV, and we'll see you next week.